Right, today we are going to see something which is very new and innovative that probably you never learned from your books or the school. It's called the resource cycling. I'm Ivan Park, and then let's go right now. So here are the three S. Basically, they are reduce, recycle, and reuse. Also, we have to look at their history. So basically, the history of the three R's started not quite long time ago, not even more than 100 years, from mid of 1970, as you see. And we have to think about it, why these three P's happen. Mhm. And because we got the huge recession on the environment, like we really have the huge consumption of the natural resource that we consume every single day. Huge and crazy. And also we cause too much waste and trash. Landfill is somewhere that people just throw away everything when there's nowhere for the waste or rubbish. Also pollution, as you all learned from the previous chapter as plastic pollution. Serious, right? So in order to save our lovely earth, we need these three R's. So this is what we have all the time. So first, let's look at these videos. What is that videos? Totally. About the manufacturer, as you see this picture, and then most of the time, so look at here carefully. Once upon a time, when you go to the market to buy some milk or snakes, whatever the food, you may see most of the stuff that pack into the plastic components in order to save our environments and also in the way of reducing those unnecessary plastic because you don't have to use it like 2 months in one plastic, right? Problem solved. We don't have to just cover every single one of them with those unnecessary plastic, a big waste. So this is what you can see. A lot of the biscuits, snakes, or like your beloved pepperoni, they are all just covered in the paper without plastic. You don't need it. So this is it. Okay, another way reduce the consumption is the way of reducing those single-use plastic, like single-use water plastic, and also those Starbucks coffee paper cup. We try our best not to use them. And because of plastic pollution, we are in the emergency of reducing those unnecessary plastic. Next, we're going to see recycle and how it works. Recycle is something that when you're about to throw away something according to the types and the category of trash as paper, plastic, glass, blah blah whatever, just follow the types as you see this picture. It's not really complicated. Okay? And in the way of recycle as a huge trash, maybe a car or computer, cupboard, and those other huge waste. People can recycle it, but once it's taken to the factory, people only use the very useful part, as you see this picture. Only useful part from this mobile car. So what if you just throw it away? But there is no such a category of the trash, right? And you may just get frustrated as I have no idea. All right, that's one more way. It's called reuse. Okay, so we have to think about something. What is trash for you? And then most of the time, when you try to reuse something, people can sell it on the so-called the carrot market, like 중고 mart. You can see it from your smartphone. You can buy them with the cheap price. And how you use something always depends on your idea. And then sometimes people trash can be something very valuable for you, like gold. It's very useful, but people just don't want it. It can be something that has value for you. And then we have to think about one more thing. But sometimes really, when you reuse something, it only has value only to yourself. So second is limited idea about its original usage. Okay, I can give you one example. Like this mouse, once I just give it to you, and all you think about is to only use it for a computer. Yep, it still works, but still, mouse is only for computer. There's no other usage, right? Mm-hmm. And then it has the problem of low efficiency. Like you buy secondhand, so-called secondhand phone, or this mouse. I use it for maybe, for example, 5 years, and I don't need it since I got a new one. I just sell it to you, and then you are still able to use it, but it's not as good as the first time when you use it. Okay, and then ultimately, what happens if you cannot use it anymore? Now, tonight, I'm going to tell you a method that is better than reuse and more valuable. This is something that you will never ever learn from your school. It's called upcycling. Upcycling is something that which is very innovative and it started from 2002. And then it's from this environmentist Michael Brogat. He's from Germany. He started this program of upcycling, and let's see how it works. So upcycling is something that from reuse and then you upgrade the use of that to create thinking and the idea of using the thing. Trash maybe. It's about to develop your value about the trash. Diversity is something that we need. Like those broken football people just throw it away without air, you can make it as a flower pot. Or even slipper can be your flower vase tube. I can give you one very example as this mouth. Okay, so maybe somewhere here is broken and then I can use it to hold it. When I do jogging, I will just hold it like that to fix my jogging pattern. This is upcycling too. And then upcycling could help the third world nations. As you see this picture, this is actually a water bottle when you put it on the roof and then it could bring you light from the sunshine. But upcycling always seems fine and cool to you, but sometimes we have to look at the dilemmas again. Actually, the conception of upcycling is not really widely popularized yet. And then it faced some limitation of both environmental and physical condition too. What I mean the physical condition is because this rooftop is made can be made by some iron or brick, so it could hold that heavy bottle easily. But what about if some house in Africa or Papua New Guinea people live in a house like this with the grass, but they're not very heavy. So even though you have a good idea of this, but it could not work for this house at all, unfortunately. Also, environmental condition. Some countries rain all the time, but they don't have the ability to make it out because of environmental condition too. So upcycling develop your creativity all the time. That's true. Also, there's a good way to promote the conception of upcycling all the time. And then here also in South Korea in Seoul, like not far away from this place, we can visit this Seoul Upcycling Plaza. You may find maybe more ideas and methods of this. Okay, so before you go, and then here we have to look at this, and then here are how far is the experience of the three R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. And then, do you witness anything like upcycling in Korea so far? If yes, please tell me. For example, football as flower pot, trolley for BBQ, I can show you the pictures, for example. This or this. Okay, so this is all about it, and thank you very much.